Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the Miami Dolphins versus Tom Brady and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now the rookie 4th-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. Oh, what a juke into space. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dameon Pierce with his 6th rushing. Touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they're led out by the 4th-year man out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They run with a 2nd-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The Dolphins at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
2nd and 2. Throwing, Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones to the right side, and he's got more complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Breece Hall. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got Smith here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Brady. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brady. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there, 21 yards the play.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Brady's throw there complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's got it to Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. (7-7) our score after 1. They'll run here with Pierce. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Brady. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Nagar's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one taken in by Olave. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Dolphins. A great play there. 26 yards as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Meanwhile, Brady's throw going into the hands of Williams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Here's Brady to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Jones throw here into the hands of Moore. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Olave. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Jones on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Jones on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Jones throw complete there to Moore. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Pierce will try to pick it up, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hall want to give up the middle. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Jones throwing on first down, eluding the pressure right. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Straight ahead is Hall, and he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Looking to throw. Jones flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Brady. And this one complete to Smith. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, flush to his right. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking into 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From the 39, Brady. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Brady going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack on first down, Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Trying to improvise. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Azeez Ojulari drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They're running it. Switch.
Jones now on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On the counter, it's Hall. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll go again with Hall. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a give to Hall. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here's Jones. Throwing to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game? No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked. It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out. So for the Dolphins, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year.